back to this interview that's coming up. Very interested to see how this goes because there's some of you that's going to say, well, Jay's a sellout and, he's going and sitting down and talking to this individual. But like I said, I'm not nervous or scared to talk to anybody because I believe we all are trying to do the best we can for the community. That's my hope and my belief. I hope you're trying to do the same thing. And so this is going to be kind of like burying an axe. Some of you are going to see this as selling out. Some of this is going to be, you're going to see it as burying the axe, if you will, or burying the hatchet. Listening to Not on the Payroll right here at NotOnThePayroll.com. You can check us out at Facebook, check us out at YouTube, check us out at Rumble, and now you can check us out at Twitter. Go check us out there. Like, share, and subscribe. Hey, man, I just wanted to stop in here just for a second. I know it is, I guess, Wednesday. It's hump day here. Is it Wednesday? Yes, it's Wednesday. Just had a couple of things to bring to your awareness. And wanted to touch base on a few key points about Not on the Payroll. First of all, I want to thank you for any level of support that you've been able to show our way, like, share, and subscribes, and that type of thing. We're coming in on our 100th episode from what we've been doing, over the past year. And pretty excited about that. Got some very cool things about to happen. Collaboration's about to come together with me and another group. And I think that's going to help disseminate the information that we produce more to you guys, the public of Southeast Texas. Also, got a very, very, very interesting interview coming up. And I'll talk about that at the end, but it's not one that I thought I'd ever get. And so all that's going to be coming out within the next 7 days. So keep your eye out for the collaboration announcement and also this interview that's coming out. Man, I really appreciate you guys for listening to these interviews and some of my ramblings and stuff like that. And I really appreciate the support because a lot of people don't know exactly what Not on the Payroll is, what the objective is. So I wanted to take a minute and try to enlighten some of you as to what maybe my vision is for what we're doing and what I'm doing here. If I say we, I mean me and the multiple personalities that I deal with. But now, to be honest with you, I had somebody ask me the other day, they said, what is Not on the Payroll? And I really didn't know how to answer it. I just basically just kind of it really kind of challenged me to come up with an answer. So here's the answer. I'm a citizen out here, just like you guys are. A lot of times, narratives are pushed in certain areas. Sometimes you get on social media. Sometimes you just deal with local media or state or government media. And it's hard to sift through and find out what the truth is. So what I try to do is I try to go out and I try to find people that you guys will be interested in, topics that you'd like to be spoken and talked about in a way to help educate in some way. Also, if I get in some of these interviews with politicians and stuff or people who are running, you can kind of hear the good and the bad. You can kind of hear the BS and the truth. So giving you guys an opportunity to listen to some of those interviews is really kind of my ultimate goal. I've got 7 misconceptions specific to Not on the Payroll that's kind of running around as things that I've heard over the past year, and I just wanted to shut some of those down right off the bat. Number 1 is that Not on the Payroll and myself, I charge people for interviews, for sitting down and interviewing. And that is not the case. I've never charged anybody for an interview. I actually have Three good sponsors who help me do what I do on the financial side of things. And they are Stewart Glass, Hollis Tire, and also Two Bros Wealth and Legacy. Obviously, we got your glass taken care of with Stewart Glass. We got your tires taken care of with Hollis Tire. And we've got your, if you're looking into savings or trying to figure out how to invest in the market or trying to figure out life insurance or any of that stuff, you can talk to Two Bros Wealth and Legacy. They'll hook you up. But those are our sponsored businesses that actually sponsor what I do. And so I don't charge anybody. So um, maybe we can put that one to rest. Number two is that I'm trying to go viral. All right, here's the deal. If I wanted to go viral, I'd talk about statewide or national topics. A lot of what we deal with around here aren't, they're kind of microcosms of what's going on in the country, yes, but I'm focused on Tyler County, Jasper County, and Newton County. I'm still trying to chip away at Tyler County to get some interviews and things like that. I don't know how many emails I've sent over or how many messages I've sent over to the current judge with no response. But those are the three counties that I'm focused on because that's the areas that I love to romp around in and stomp around in. My ancestors came here and have been here in these three counties for about six generations now. And so having said that, I'm not trying to go viral because if you think about it, just from a numeric standpoint, there's less than 25,000 people in all three counties. And so even if everybody got on board and decided they were going to watch a YouTube video and 25,000 of them did it, that's not viral. Having said that, that kind of reiterates my point that I want this to be local. I want this to be local information by local people and local business people, local communication and conversations. I want it to be inspiring in a way that maybe some of you who've been sitting on the fence of volunteering or maybe even running for positions and things like that would be inspired to actually step up to the plate and bring some change as well. So, going viral is not the objective here. Also, number three, I'm not a journalist. I've never studied as a journalist. I didn't like school. I do like writing sometimes, but I've never went to any kind of formalized education about journalism. Never have. I like the art of interviews. I like the art of sitting down and trying to have a conversation while, you know, digging at some information or trying to help express some information that the individuals maybe trying to get out to the public, or maybe they're withholding. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm not a journalist. I don't subscribe to any of that. Yeah, so I worked for a short window of time back around 2010 to 2013, somewhere in there. And I did a few stories. So other than that, I'm not a journalist. I don't even like to write. I don't even like to journal. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not a journalist. Number four, YouTube's paying me. YouTube hasn't paid me a dime. Matter of fact, it has been hell on me to try to figure out how to even get Facebook running properly, let alone YouTube. So I haven't hit any of the metrics that they asked people to hit in order to be monetized and that type of thing. So yeah, YouTube's not paying me a dime. Number five, I'm a professional interviewer. Okay, I'm not a professional because I actually have another job. I have a full time job, and I work for a company. And in my spare time, I actually do this, and I set up these interviews so that we can just get good information out to the people. All right. Uh, number six. Number six. Bought and owned. Uh, there was an accusation that came out a while back whenever I was doing my show at KJAS. A lot of you don't know this, but I was cutting a check to KJAS for that time slot. Guess what? Hey, that's their business model. You can actually go pay for time. It's a radio station. Anybody can do it. All you got to do is just man up, go cut the check, and you've got the time. Okay? So, having said that, there was an accusation during that time that Michael Out was somehow, I was a left wing or like the right arm or left arm of KJS, and I was, going after people. Well, that's not the case. Um, Not the case at all. Matter of fact, we never had any conversations about any of the shows that we did. Um, he actually, the interesting part is, he has always been very supportive about, he being Mike Lout, has always been very supportive about um, anything that I'm doing. I mean, he's always been encouraging. He's kind of like been like well, I'll just call him like a older brother. We'll say a very aggravating older brother. But nonetheless, the thing is, as far as being bought and owned, I'm not owned by anybody out here. Any of these names, I'm not kin to most people in these communities. Most of my folks came out of Hardin County, or actually live in Hardin County area, cousins and that type of thing. So. Um, Grandparents are all gone. So, I mean, I'm not sitting here, it's not like I'm beholden to anyone. So, I just want, whenever I sit down and have conversations with people, you know, nobody's pulling the strings behind me. I'm just trying to have a good intellectual conversation on some level with this redneck dialect as best I can. And so, the seventh thing is that I try to stay away from certain people because I'm scared of confrontation, or I'm nervous about the outcome, or maybe I'm just, whatever the excuse is, that I stay away from certain people and I won't interview them. That's not true. All you have to do is to get an interview with me is shoot me a message. Say you're out there and you're listening and you hear that I'm not scared to do an interview with anybody. It doesn't mean I haven't tried. Okay. Sometimes schedules don't align. Sometimes people don't like me. I'm not really sure why, because I don't try to make a point to be hateful or mean or anything like that. But some conversations that need to be had, maybe other parties don't want to have those yet. And that's fine. That's not a problem. But my ultimate objective in what I am doing is to sit down across from all sorts of people, from business owners to people who are running for political office, current politicians, preachers. Matter of fact, if you are a preacher out there, I've got questions for you. I am still trying to figure out whether or not I'm going to hell or not. And maybe I have some questions for religion too. So, um, having having that as the backdrop of what I do, I'm not running from any conversation. I am game. Okay, I'm game. I'm not. Um, I try to practice good dialogue and communication. I try to practice that, and I try to get better at it. And so the thing is, those are seven misconceptions of not on the payroll. Now, going back to the other points early on when we started this little video here. Um, we do have a collaboration that's coming out. I think it's going to be very, very good, very healthy, uh, and it's going to help in the process of disseminating some of what we do and some of what our collaborative partnership does as well. That's number one. Number two, I'll go back to this interview that's coming up. Very interested to see how this goes, because there's some of you that's going to say, well, Jay's a sellout, and he's going and sitting down and talking to this individual. But like I said, I'm not nervous or scared to talk to anybody, because I believe we all are trying to do the best we can for the community. That's my hope and my belief. Um, I hope you're trying to do the same thing. And so this is going to be kind of like burying an axe. Some of you are going to see this as selling out. Some of this is going to be, you're going to see it as burying the axe, if you will, or burying the hatchet. And so this is going to be a very interesting conversation that I have coming up here in just the next few days. I do want to let you know that I will be starting lives again. Okay. Took some time off. Me and Kerry Thomas, we didn't get mad at each other. Nothing happened. He's always been a good friend to step in and help. But I kind of felt like both of our directions were kind of going. We were kind of separating in a way, and so I applaud him for our time together. Applaud him for his efforts and what he's trying to do in the communities that he lives in. And but as for me right now, this is what I'm focusing on, and I want to go live with you, the public. So if you guys can help me out with that, it's basically going to be me and you guys. And so I'm going to make myself available in a couple of different ways so that you can potentially even call in and us talk and chat and be able to record that live. So I'm working on some of those technological things because once again, I'm still a redneck. So I'm trying to figure some of this stuff out, but I want to get that taken care of and get that established so that we can have some good dialogues as basically brothers and sisters here in these communities. And so, anyway, so having said that, if you would, if you like this type of content, man, if you like what we're doing, please consider subscribing. And man, if you didn't do good today, wake up tomorrow, try to do better. That's all we can do in this life. Okay. I love you. I appreciate you. Appreciate everybody for watching. But you better batten down the hatches because I'm coming.